Imagine walking into a building so vast, you lose all sense of being indoors. We're talking about a structure where 170 American football fields could fit comfortably under one roof. This isn't just a transit hub. It's a 13 million square foot behemoth designed to swallow and relocate 16,000 people every single hour. To put that in perspective, New York's iconic Grand Central Terminal could fit inside here 4 times over. Welcome to Chongqing East, the largest high-speed rail station ever built. But why bury this steel titan deep within China's rugged mountains? Stick around, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe to Build Titan for more mega engineering. Imagine walking into a structure so massive that the horizon seems to curve within its own walls. This isn't just a train station. It's a 13 million square foot behemoth that redefines the very scale of human engineering. To wrap your head around that size, picture 170 American football fields laid out side by side, all tucked neatly under one single, colossal roof. We often think of New York's Grand Central Terminal as the gold standard of transit cathedrals, but Chongqing East makes it look like a charming neighborhood stop. You could literally fit 4 Grand Centrals inside this footprint with room to spare. It dwarfs Japan's legendary Nagoya Station 3 times over and is twice the size of the already gargantuan Guangzhou South. But the real magic isn't just in the steel and glass. It's in the sheer human tide it manages. We're talking about a facility designed to swallow and relocate 16,000 people every 60 minutes. That is the equivalent of an entire mid-sized American town vanishing and reappearing through these gates every single hour, day and night. This is what engineers call a station city. It's a self-contained ecosystem where the lines between a transportation hub and a metropolis completely blur. You aren't just passing through. You're entering a vertical world of commerce, transit, and technology carved right into the rugged heart of Western China. It begs the question, when a building becomes this large, does it stop being architecture and start becoming its own geography? If you had to navigate a space this size every day, would you feel empowered by the efficiency or just completely lost in the scale? Let's dive into how they actually managed to pull off this impossible build. To understand why China poured billions into this mountain range, you first have to understand the nightmare that is Chongqing's geography. Imagine a sprawling megacity of over 30 million people. That's more than the entire population of Australia, squeezed into a vertical labyrinth. It's a place where the Yangtze and Jialing rivers slice through the land and jagged mountains hem you in from every side. In the States, we're used to wide-open plains and straight-line interstates, but in Chongqing, flat ground is a foreign concept. For decades, this terrain acted like a physical curse on the local economy. Even though the city became a massive manufacturing powerhouse, moving goods and people out of this mountain fortress was a logistical slog. Trains had to crawl through deep valleys and punch through solid rock, turning a short trip on the map into a grueling, day-long ordeal. By the time the high-speed rail boom hit, the existing hubs like Chongqing North were basically gasping for air, choked by a sea of travelers that the infrastructure just wasn't built to handle. The city didn't just need a new station, it needed a pressure release valve on a massive scale. It's the ultimate geographic paradox. How do you turn one of the most isolated, rugged places on Earth into a hyper-connected global crossroads? Looking at your own city's layout, do you think a single massive infrastructure project could fix a decades-old traffic nightmare? Or is geography always destined to win the fight? To solve this, the engineers had to stop fighting the mountains and start outsmarting them. This isn't just about building a big roof over some tracks. It's about a high-stakes geopolitical chess move known as the 8 vertical and 8 horizontal plan. Think of it as the ultimate American interstate upgrade, but for high-speed rail and on a much more aggressive timeline. For years, China's economic heart was beating almost exclusively on the coast, in places like Shanghai and Guangdong. The interior, including Chongqing, was like a powerhouse stuck in low gear because it was disconnected from the main grid. Chongqing East was designed to be the kill switch. For that isolation, a critical node in a massive grid designed to stitch the entire country together. The goal here is to create what planners call the Chengdu-Chongqing economic circle. It's an ambitious bid to turn this inland region into a twin-engine growth machine that can go toe-to-toe the wealthy coastal hubs. By plugging Chongqing directly into the nation's spine, you suddenly have direct, lightning-fast arteries pumping straight to Beijing, Shanghai, Guangzhou, and down to Kunming. We're talking about turning a 1,000-mile journey into a commute. It's a total reimagining of how a landlocked city functions in a global economy. When you look at this level of centralized planning, it makes you wonder, could a project of this magnitude ever happen in a decentralized system like we have in the West? Can you imagine a world where your own city was suddenly connected to every major financial hub by a 3-hour train ride? How much would that change where you choose to live or work? The strategy is clear, but as any builder will tell you, the vision is the easy part. The real nightmare starts when you actually have to break ground. Now here is where things get truly wild: the timeline. In the US or Europe, a project of this magnitude would easily be caught in a decade-long web of planning, permits, and red tape. But the crews at Chongqing East had a mere 38 months to turn a mountain into a masterpiece. To hit that deadline, they didn't just hire more workers, they brought in an army of robots. We're talking about laser-guided bulldozers that level the earth with millimeter precision, moving faster and more accurately than any human operator ever could. Then there are the specialized glass-handling bots, heavy-duty mechanical arms that hoisted 1,700-pound glass panels onto the massive roof, while humans stayed safe from the 100-degree heat. The site was even patrolled by AI-driven security bots, scanning for hazards 24/7 to keep the engine running without a hitch. But the real secret sauce was a technique called layered construction. Usually you build a house from the foundation up, right? Not here. They treated the station like a giant bridge. By building the heavy rail tracks on a massive elevated structure first, they unlocked the ability to work in parallel. One team was laying tracks on the top deck, while another was installing subway lines deep underground, and a third was finishing out the luxury shopping malls right in the middle. It was like a 3-story construction sandwich being built all at once. It's an incredible display of brute force efficiency, but it makes you think, with robots taking over the heavy lifting and AI calling the shots on safety, are we looking at the end of the traditional construction worker? Would you trust a building more if you knew it was assembled by a machine with zero margin for error? Or do you still want a human touch on projects this big? Either way, the result is a structure that feels less like a building and more like a living, breathing organism. Step inside the main concourse, and the industrial grid of the construction site vanishes, replaced by something that feels more like a high-tech forest. The architects didn't just go with standard steel beams. They designed massive, tree-like columns inspired by the local flora of Chongqing that branch out to support the soaring glass canopy. This isn't just for aesthetics, though. Those trees and the translucent roof flood the entire 1.3 million square foot space with natural light, slashing the energy bill and making a building this size feel surprisingly airy. But the real kicker is the station city philosophy. This isn't a place where you just catch a train and leave. It's an all-in-one urban ecosystem. Imagine stepping off a 200 mph bullet train and without ever checking the weather or stepping into the 100-degree humidity. You can walk to your office, grab lunch at a 5-star mall, check into a hotel, or hop on one of 4 different subway lines to reach the rest of the city. They've essentially built a nearly 900-acre district from scratch around this hub, turning what used to be a geographic dead zone into a magnet for massive global investment. It's a complete reversal of how we usually build cities. Instead of a city growing a station, the station is literally growing the city. It's hyper-efficient, but it definitely sparks a debate about the future of urban life. Do you like the idea of a 5-minute city where everything you need is under one roof? Or does the thought of never having to leave a single building feel a bit too much like a sci-fi movie to you? Would you actually want to live and work in a place that's essentially a giant, high-tech transit hub? Ultimately, Chongqing East isn't just a triumph of concrete and steel. It's a massive bet on the human element. For a long time, if you lived in the rugged eastern part of this city, you were basically cut off from the rest of the world by a wall of rock. Now, that wall has been replaced by a gateway. We're talking about a world where a student can head across the province for a morning class, or a small business owner can take a meeting in Beijing and be back home for dinner. It's about erasing the geographic tax that people in this region have paid for generations, effectively shrinking the map of China until an entire country feels like one big connected neighborhood. But they aren't just building for today, they're building for a world that's increasingly climate conscious. Despite its sheer scale, this steel titan is surprisingly light on the planet. The roof is decked out with massive solar arrays, and the entire structure is rigged with advanced rainwater harvesting systems, earning it a prestigious 3-star green building rating. It's a blueprint for the future, showing that you can build bigger than ever before while actually reducing the dependency on cars and cutting down the carbon footprint of an entire metropolitan area. Chongqing East stands as definitive proof that the right infrastructure can rewrite the destiny of a land once deemed unconquerable by nature. It's a testament to what happens when human ambition refuses to take no for an answer. So, looking at the sheer speed and scale of what's happening here, do you think this model of mega infrastructure is the only way to save our overcrowded cities? Or are we losing something by making everything so massive and centralized? If your city could build one project to change your life forever, what would it be? Let's keep the conversation going in the comments. Chongqing East reminds us of a powerful truth. No mountain is too high if you have the courage to build a bridge. Just like this city broke its geographical curse, we all have walls in our lives that feel unshakable. But with enough resilience and a clear vision, even the most isolated heart can find its connection to the world. If this story inspired you, leave a comment below about a mountain you're currently climbing. And don't forget to subscribe to Build Titan Together. We'll explore the impossible. I'm your name, and I'll see you in the next one.